You are listening to Viewpoints from PlaceCloud. Cultural researchers tell stories of places from around the world. For the full multimedia experience and to support the creators you enjoy, visit placecloud.io.
We're standing outside the Royal Opera House in Covent Garden. And it was the redevelopment of this massive site in the 1990s that enabled archaeologists a once-in-a-generation opportunity to take a good look under London's skin at the old settlement of Lundenwic that thrived in this part of London between the 7th and 9th centuries. What they found here, and confirmed elsewhere in this part of town, was evidence of gravel lanes and rectangular buildings, little streets that were once lined with homes, workshops and gardens, and filled with people and domestic animals. Here in particular, there was significant evidence of antler and boneworking, from the manufacture of combs mainly, as well as ironwork, leatherwork, glasswork and butchery in the streets nearby. Local fish and animal products were brought in by road and river, to the timber embankments near the Strand where the riverbank once lay, and foreign produce like wine and figs also made their way up the Thames. These were the sort of communities that suffered when the Viking Age began, places that were wealthy enough to attract attention from adventurers looking to get rich, but soft enough targets to present no real risk to those ruthless enough to exploit them. Now in truth, Lundenwic was already in decline when the first documented Viking attack on Lundenwic occurred in 842, but there was still enough wealth floating around the town that a hoard of 250 coins was buried at Middle Temple around the same time, probably for safekeeping. The neighbourhood beneath the Opera House thinned out and may have survived more as a village than as part of a greater settlement. Defensive banks and ditches were dug here, perhaps to defend the homes and businesses of local people, or perhaps to fortify a temporary Viking encampment. In 851, another Viking fleet came up the Thames to pillage Lundenwic, and another coin hoard, this time of 23 little copper coins from Northumbria called stikers, was buried on this spot. This really marks the end of Lundenwic. The settlement died out, its people drifting away, some of them to within the safety of the old Roman walls, where the next chapter of London's early medieval history would be written.